Imagine living in a world where resisting oppression could cost you your life, yet refusing to resist meant losing your humanity. Throughout history, enslaved Africans and their descendants didn't remain silent victims. They fought back, they rebelled, they led revolutions that shook empires and redrew the world's map. Today we uncover the slave rebellions they tried to erase from the history books. From the Caribbean to the United States, from Brazil to the Indian Ocean, enslaved people rose up with nothing but courage, unity, and the unshakable belief that they deserved freedom. These are the rebellions that proved one truth: oppression can break bodies, but never the human spirit. Let's dive in. In Jamaica, escaped enslaved Africans flee into the mountains and become known as the Maroons. Under leaders like Queen Nanny, a warrior and spiritual icon, they waged guerrilla warfare against the British for decades. They were so fierce, so impossible to defeat, the British were forced to sign a peace treaty with them, recognizing their freedom and autonomy. A rebellious community beat an empire. In 1831, Virginia, a preacher named Nat Turner leads one of the most famous uprisings in United States history. Driven by visions he believed came from God, Turner and his followers moved from plantation to plantation, liberating enslaved people and confronting their oppressors by force. The rebellion terrified the American South. Slave owners responded with violent crackdowns. But Turner's message was clear: the oppressed will not remain silent forever. In 1835, Brazil, African Muslim slaves, many of them literate, educated, and trained fighters, organized one of the most powerful uprisings in South American history. They communicated through Arabic writing, held secret meetings, and planned a coordinated attack in Salvador Bahia. Though suppressed, the rebellion shook Brazil so deeply that the government fast-tracked the end of the slave trade. Their courage shifted a nation's future. Long before the Atlantic slave trade, enslaved East Africans in Iraq, known as the Zanj, launched a rebellion against the powerful Abbasid Caliphate in the 9th century. This was no small uprising. It lasted 14 years and at one point controlled entire cities. It remains one of the largest and longest slave revolts in world history, yet few people today have even heard of it. These rebellions weren't just battles. They were declarations of humanity, declarations that freedom is worth everything, that even in the darkest conditions, hope refuses to die. History often portrays enslaved people as powerless victims, but the truth is undeniable. They fought, they resisted, they changed the world. If you want more stories that history books never told us, make sure to subscribe.